How to place the rubber dam on the tooth. This is the rubber dam I'm gonna use to place on the tooth. And this is the sketch that I have with the maxillary on top and mandibular on the bottom. So first of all, I'm gonna put the rubber dam on and mark the tooth that I'm going to work with. So for example, we go with the molar. So I mark with the dot for the molar, and I'm gonna use the scissor to make a hole. So then I have the hole on my rubber dam. Then I'm gonna place the rubber dam on the frame. So it's gonna be easy for me when I put it on the patient. So this is the rubber dam with the frame that's already put it and the hole that I made. So this is get ready. Then I'm gonna use to check, I'm gonna use the clamp. This is the clamp I'm gonna use. I'm gonna put it on the patient teeth to check for the side, to make sure it's set properly. So when the side selection is done, I'm gonna put the rubber dam down on the tooth. And I'm gonna use the clamp to help me push down both sides. So the clamp fit perfectly on the tooth. It helped me to push down on the both sides of the tooth. Then I'm gonna use the floss to push the other two sides down to make sure it turn. Gonna use my scaler to recheck again to make sure Then I'm gonna use some water, some liquid to check for any leakage. That is how you put the rubber dam on the tooth.
In this video, I will be simulating how to place a rubber dam. I have the rubber dam forceps, clamp, and hole puncher. I have already placed the rubber dam onto the frame. Next, I'm going to make a hole punch to isolate the tooth being treated from the rest of the patient's mouth. After the hole is created, I will secure the clamp to the rubber dam by threading the clamp through the hole. Next, you want to take the rubber dam forceps and place it into the holes of the rubber dam clamp. So now I'm going to place the clamp and rubber dam around the patient's lower molar while releasing the lock. The final step is making sure that the rubber dam goes around the tooth nicely and doesn't allow saliva seepage.
To place a rubber dam, you will need the forceps, the clamp, and the hole puncher. I've already placed the rubber dam onto the frame. You will then punch a hole through the rubber dam to isolate the tooth chosen for the procedure. You made your hole. Next, you will need your clamp to thread it through the hole. Be sure to attach a string of floss to prevent the clamp from falling to the back of the throat. Take your forceps and you want to place it through the hole of the rubber dam and the clamp. Now you're ready to place it on the tooth. The rubber dam and the clamp around the first molar with the forceps is to be sure that the rubber dam is snug and secure around the tooth to prevent saliva from seeping through. Now you have successfully placed a rubber dam.
How to place a rubber dam. So I have my forceps, my hole puncher, the clamp, and the rubber dam that I've already put on the holder. So now I'll place the rubber dam and mark the tooth that is being isolated. Now I'll punch a hole. Next, I would use forceps to make sure that the clamp fits. Next, I'll take the clamp and put it through the hole in the rubber dam, making sure that there's floss attached so that it doesn't fall in the patient's mouth. I would use forceps then to place the rubber dam on the tooth. Next, I'll use floss to make sure that the rubber dam is snug around the tooth. And this prevents any liquid from seeping through. And now the tooth is ready for the procedure.
Hello, so in this video we're going to demonstrate how to put on rubber dam. Rubber dam is used for isolation of a tooth that is being restored or treated. It is to prevent saliva and biofilm from contaminating the dental work. So we are going to grab our rubber dam and we're going to use our guide here, and we want to identify a tooth that we are planning to work on, say a molar, and we are just going to punch in or cut a tiny hole like so, and we are going to use a stabilizer to stabilize the rubber dam as we put it on our tooth. And next we want to find the right size of clamp for the procedure, because clamp is going to secure our rubber dam tightly, and we want to find the right size by measuring it up against the tooth, and we have our correct size. So then we're going to start with putting our rubber dam in like so, and we're going to secure that with our clamp. Okay. After we have a secure clamp on our rubber dam, we are going to grab our floss to make sure our rubber dam is pulled through on the interproximal sites so that the perfect sealing can take place, so that our tooth is completely isolated.